Junko, a saint. Fun. She's got to get a saint perk. We got to make a saint perk for Junko. A perk for Junko, the saint. The saint perk for Junko, for Saint Junko. Good day, good people of fine day. In the year of the paradigm, Toon Link Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalicars, few know me as the man who is decidedly ready for today. Because today is a celebration of the cast, I suppose. Let me do a quick zoom in because it is time for the Danganronpa Hunger Games. I have a funny idea for an episode. It's not this one, but hopefully it'll come up this month. I digress. It'll be goofy. It'll be funny. It'll be... I'm just gonna laugh at it, and that's all you're gonna get until it happens. And by this month, I clearly mean March, even though today is the 28th. It will not happen this month, because this is this episode. Regardless, today we're talking superlatives. Superlatives in your high school yearbook are essentially like the, oh my gosh, the cutest couple, the class clown, most likely to be elected president, X, Y, and Z. The fun little categories, I actually don't think our yearbook had superlatives, which is kind of crazy now I think back on it. But they all had yearbook quotes, which was kind of neat. My yearbook quote was the... maybe I'll talk about that in the intermittent part of the episode. For right now, let me talk to you about this episode. We've got a whole bunch of these. We've selected some characters that will fit that. And as we go through, you'll see how these all play out. We even have a yearbook staff, a yearbook committee at the end. Let's talk about our teams here today. First, we got the cutest couple, and it is Hajime and Chiaki. You know what would be kind of neat, actually, if we did this again, and you guys essentially voted for the... We might do this one again. We might run this one back at, like, the end of the year. Hold on. Well, that's a future me problem. Anyway, Class Clown, Kokichi, and Genocide Jack. Not much explanation needed for that. Kokichi, 100% Genocide Jack. Yeah, probably so. Teacher's pet. We have Chihiro, but we also have Monica, and I'll tell you why Monica came to my mind. Monica's not really like a tried and true teacher's pet, but I do believe Monica is like... she would be like a fake teacher's pet, for lack of better terms. We have Besama, Mukuro, and Kazuichi. And when I thought about Best Smile, I was trying to think about which character sprites have like a smile that I can like remember immediately. And one of them is Kazuichi's like thumbs up smile with his sharp teeth. Even right now, he smiles with his sharp teeth. And the other one is Mukuro dressed as Fang Junko, but she has this really like cheeky grin. And I think she's holding up two fingers. Those two sprites are the first two I think of when I think of smiles. That aren't horrifying. As we go on, we have the worst at keeping secrets. I gave it to Hifumi and to Mikan. I feel like Mikan would just incidentally spill, and she'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. And Hifumi, I don't know, he yaps a whole bunch, so he'd probably spill a secret accidentally. Most likely to sleep the entire weekend, Himiko, since Chiaki was already selected, was the easy pick. And I thought, you know what, maybe Hiro, maybe he smoked too much weed, and man's got the sleepies. Most likely to fight aliens and win. So when I looked up superlatives, there was just a fun category, and I was like, you know what, sure, we'll put that up there. Kaito very clearly should be at the top of this, because, you know, he's at the top of his game. At the top of his game. And more importantly, as an astronaut, he's going to space, so he'll have to fight aliens. Kotoko, a master of the dark arts. If our normal weapons don't work against aliens, we gotta use the dark arts, baby. We gotta use the dark arts. Most likely to become president. This was the easiest one, actually. As I give one of our champs the champion perk. These two, yeah, Taka and Kurumi. I don't think any explanation is needed, like, for real. Even based on their past and history and relatives in game, this is just the right answer. Most likely to come back and teach the school, Chisa, very easy, because it's true. Makoto, however, I feel like would as well, or maybe would go on to be like a headmaster, or some sort of like giving back to Hope's Peak. I feel like that's what he would want to do. Regardless, most likely to become a professional athlete, we have our agent of Chaos, Hina, along with Mondo. Very clearly, Hina's going to be swimming for the rest of her life. She's going to be a pro swimmer. Mondo, I just think he has a build for it. I'm not sure what he would do specifically, but I think he could go on to be like, you know what? If this whole motorcycle thing isn't going to work out, you know, I could be a shot putter or something like that. Olympic shot putter. Most likely not to change at all. Yeah. Let's talk about these two. We got Miss Maya, who knows where she is anymore, let's be real. And Gundam, the Supreme Overlord of Ice. I wouldn't want him to change for the world, that's why he's there. Most likely to break a world record, Nagito solely by luck, and Tinko rather, solely because the current world holder, championship holder, is a male. And she said, nope, that's not gonna work for me, brother. Most likely to brighten up your day was kind of fun, and I was like, of the remaining people, I feel like Ibuki, her fun spirit, and I feel like Gonta's just a bean, you'd be like, oh, my heart. And of course, best personality, let's talk about it, you guys, it's Saint Junko. Everyone should strive to have the personality of our Saint Junko. Blessed be, the funk is on me. Blessed be Saint Junko. And Fat Togami, you know what? He can just be whatever personality he wants to be. He's an imposter. That's just correct. And then we have the yearbook committee. This is the team that'll, you know, put together the yearbook. They're in charge of, like, getting pictures, asking questions, getting interviews, etc., putting the pages together. And of course, they have one adult, like teacher chaperone, or I guess teacher, a part of the staff too. So here's what I thought the rest of the group would be our yearbook committee. Clearly Sonia. I guess the first person I put in here immediately was Mahiru, because she's out here taking all the pictures, let's be real. Yearbook's gonna be dope with her pictures. But then I also selected Sonia, freaking Sayaka, and Komaru for the ladies' half. I just think that Sayaka is probably good at, like, gathering people for pictures, and probably good for, like, getting the deets and the questions. I think all three of them would actually be good at, like, asking questions to people. I digress. Nekomaru, because he's a good team leader. Yuta, just because I think he's very personable. I think he's very easy to talk to. Rantaro, I feel like, would be, like, kind of in the room doing his thing and putting things together. Same with Jotaro, but specifically because Jotaro has a keen eye for, like, arts and crafts. I feel like that's going to be our guy. And lastly, our teacher chaperone, Kizakura. Let me know in the comments. Right here, right now. Let me ask you. Let me talk to you. Yeah. March 7th is next week, so get excited for that. It'll be a March-themed Friday night. I'm sorry, March 7th themed Friday Night Inferno. Your submissions for OC Revolution are open. OC Action and the Hunger Games will be starting sometime this month. I think it's the 3rd week, but it might be the 4th week. Unsure. Uncertain. But it's coming up, so be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. What else do I got for you? Anything? Nothing? Everything? Something? I think that's all the announcements. I have a question ready for you guys very clearly, but let me spin the wheel first, because we might actually be having this for... No. For the Champion of Champions title in the Danganronpa Hunger Games. As that wheel goes round and round, will it bring chaos or will it go down? It won't go down. It is actually very fine right now. Order doth remain. That being said, for next time, let's go and set her on up. We're tiptoeing closer and closer to chaos. Unless chaos reigns mid-episode, because that is a distinct possibility. I'm gonna ask you guys a question real quick and we'll get this thing. Let's get it started in here. Let me get the secret achievements out, because that is mucho important. I have a good feeling that at least 1 or 2 might happen today in the Hunger Games. So every time I open this, I almost say one of the secret achievements. Not for nothing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That being said, your question is, I don't want to ask if you had a superlative, but like, if in the instance that you had a yearbook superlative, let me put this here, a yearbook superlative, and you got a yearbook superlative rather, tell me what that was. But more importantly, make one up for yourself. Make up a superlative for yourself, like maybe most likely by aliens, most likely to do X, Y, and Z, one that fits you, most likely to sleep in all weekend. Pick one for you, and then also tell me, pair it off, which Danganronpa character do you think would also fit that superlative? Let me know in the comments right here, right now. I'm gonna try and think of one right now myself. Most likely to take a baseball bat to the back of the head of a snowman. And now which Danganronpa character would do that? Genocide Jack. Squad up. Let's start this episode, shall we? We got ourselves a show of shows to conquer. Will Hina cash in chaos on any of our Agents of Chaos? Very good question. No answers, but we're about to find out right here, right now, as we click start round 1 and we proceed to see the tributes, the bloodbath, the horn bearers, and the sound of the horns. Horn bearers, thanks for doing your part. You sure are smart, but that's only the first part of the episode. As we see, Kazuichi finds a skateboard. Time to do some sick moves. I really have to get this microphone situated. As we go on, you just found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Gundam finds a boombox. Mukuro Tanki can't take her eyes off of Kazuichi. Well, uh-oh. Mahiru's ready to defend her friends. Chiaki finds a massive sack of apples, and apple a day keeps the doctor away. Mukuro, who still can't take her eyes off of Kazuichi, is murdered by Hajime before Kazuichi can do anything about it. There's nothing he can do. He's a big sad boy now. Big sad boy. Takadesu is best to avoid Kurumi. Freaking Saik has a strong sense of justice and turns face. Jotaro knocks out Fumi in a fistfight, puts a death collar on him. Kizakura finds a hat rack, so many hats, too many hats in fact. Makoto thanks Chisa for being there for him. I believe that. Genocide Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Chisa is looking out only for herself. Hiro, rather, tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Oh no, Mai just found a dimensional scythe. Those are supposed to be collected at the end of season 4. Ibuki finds a dapper suit and puts it on. Ibuki's swagged out. Kurumi ambushes Yuta and gets him out of here. Himiko wants this to be over already. Gonta follows some sparkles, finds a magic wand, hopefully has some spells left in it. Fat Togami finds us all below his concern. Kaito, rather, stumbled upon a Yeet Ball, might have saved the champions in that instance. Sonya remembers how much he misses Yuta and sobs quietly. Tenko's determined to survive this thing. Junko hits on Fat Togami, but Fat Togami finds it a little bit suspicious. Chiaki challenges Nagito to a duel. Nagito bites the dust. Hina steals Kaito's Jeep Ball, runs off with it. Nagamaru feels strong enough to handle anything. Hiro just found a fishing rod, now he can catch all the fish. Kokichi sees class clowns as a bunch of chumps ready to be milked. How funny. Komaru steals Hina's G-Ball, runs off with it. Mikan does something really cute. Ifumi tries to make his collar look fashionable. Rantaro uses the mysterious hacking. Oh no, not the Naegis! Rantaro uses the mysterious gas to knock out the Naegis! In order to put death collars on them, not the Naegis! Kotoko draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, for fun. Monica looks for someone dumb enough to believe her, and Mondo gets mauled by wild animals. We are down 4. 33 remain. Not a massive game, but it could be good news for our Agent of Chaos. Might want to take that into account after this Claire de Lune 4. Mukuro, Yuta, Chiaki, Mondo. Are you ready? We got 33. Multiple of 11, a double number. I kind of like the double numbers. It is what it is, but we still got a whole lot of episode left to go, so shall we get that episode going? I think we must. As the next round commences, Hina stalks that champion, inching closer and closer to her tipping point. And Maya's still here. Hifumi kind of wanders off and gets lost and never be seen again. Kotoko just wants to end already. Gonta waves his magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Taka can't believe that Kurumi's killed somebody. Kurumi disappears for a while and comes back with a wizard robe like, forget all about my murder. I'm a wizard now. Nakamura finds his moon shoes were not liable for any broken ankles. Kazuichi sobs quietly. Freaking Saika feels like jamming out the music and her guides her to my soundboard. Wait, I'm gonna need that. Makoto, Maya, and Monica play suspenseful music as Himiko chases Hina. I think it would have been perfect if it was Hina chasing, like, Kurumi. The Arkansas Grip Villain Rantaro grant him a Dendro Vision. Arkansas Grip Villain Mahiru grant her a Pyro Vision. Hajime doesn't really want to, but finds some most Let's take it back. Hajime really doesn't want to, but he finds himself having to get rid of Komaru. Nailed it. Third time's the charm. Kaito finds a grenade, better be careful with that. Chihiro drives around in his cool tank. He was like, I built this myself, yeah! Jotaro tries to kill Kurumi, but the wizard robe has already carried her with his safety. Monica tries to kill Fat Togami, but Fat Togami is retaliated and kills her instead. Kizakura gives Maya a tiara. Maya feels like the prettiest of princesses. Genocide Jack's bad brain turns into an absolute pain to deal with. Tenko tries to kill Fat Togami, but Fat Togami tries to bribe her. Tenko takes the money, then kills Fat Togami. Himiko finds a bike. Cue the bike theme, baby. The bike theme? Hello? Junko, a saint. Fun. She's got to get a saint perk. We got to make a saint perk for Junko. A perk for Junko, the saint perk for Junko, for Saint Junko. Maya accepts her shadows. Maya gains a power persona. Kind of the same semi-instance of her winning the title, except it was Kurumi who was the master of the persona. The Archon Secret Potential in Mikon, she's got an Animo Vision on her side. Gundam practices his sick dance moves. I like to imagine he's doing like a little disco with his Devas of Destruction. Ibuki thinks about what she did to end up here. Kokichi creates multiple plushies of Rantaro without his permission, but they sell like hotcakes and they're both rich. So can no longer stand by and let others kill her friends. She's feeling heroic. Nagito accepts the shadows and Nagito gives the power persona. Hiro does the exact same thing, and Chisa's got a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Somebody's gonna go through it. Such is life. We are in the 20s now, 29. With just 8 competitors gone, it is a Claire de Lune. 4. Hifumi, Komaru, Monica, Fat Togami. Hina's already starting to peek over at Kurumi. Is she thinking about it? She said only 29 people left. Well, maybe I'll think about a little bit of chaos. Maybe I'll squeegee on it. Maybe just a little smidgen of chaos. We'll see about that as we proceed. Next round begins, and as next round begins, oh my gosh, oh no. Well, I'll tell you what, both of the champions are out, and so unless this first image is Hina saying, yeah, I'll reign chaos, I think she might be done. It is not, unless they come back to life, because that is also a possibility. Or become ghosts or zombies. Taka steals Chihiro's tank while he's asleep, will also not get a chance to use it. With a flick of his magic wand, Gonta turns Hiro into a sheep. Mikon creates a sphere of air around Junko and Chihiro, keeping there long enough for them to suffocate within. Kaito tosses a live grenade at a group of enemies. Where did he get that from? Taka and Kurumi are caught in the explosion and are blown to smithereens. Mahiru sets the forest ablaze, catching Kaito, Maya, and Gonta in the flames. Hajime picks up his new cool line in various places. Makoto steals my soundboard. Wait, how you do that? How you do? Hiro is a sad sheep and glances away with a sad look in his eyes. Kokichi uses his wealth to create marketable plushies of Makoto. He just loves antagonizing some protagonists. Who would have thunk? Freaking Saika finds a bolt of Pokeballs. Who knows what could be inside of those? Kazuichi eats something he shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Tenko set down a trap. Kotoko gets caught in one of Tenko's traps. Nagito summons her persona, uses Agi, scorching Kizakura's back. Himiko finds a waffle. Really? Ibuki puts a death collar on Gundam. Gundam has a mischief of rats run up to him. They're his Dark Devas, let's be honest. Rantaro causes blooms in the pond that Nagito and Makoto, the Hope Boys, are fighting in, and the Hope Boys explode of hope and blooms and death. Chisa sets up her table for grabbing Rantaro after he turns around so triumphantly, slams him right through the table, breaking his back, shattering his spine. He's dead. Hina was like, well, The champs are gone, I might as well cave girl out. Jotaro twitches uncontrollably, Nakamaru manages to sneak attack Genocide Jack and Kokichi, murdering them both, and Kizakura looks around for stuff to ground. Sonya's still scanning the arena looking for enemies. 16 remain after a big day of losses. We had four, and then we had BAM! Which is crazy. Shall we go on after we lost 13 in a single day? It is a Clair de Lune for Saint Junko, Chihiro, Taka, Kurumi, Kaito, Maya, Gonta, Kazuichi, Nagito, Makoto, Rantaro, Genocide Jack, Kokichi. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Still none of them. That's kind of crazy. Anywho, we got 6 more into your saving grace picks. I'm trying to think out loud. But I think a lot of the... Well, maybe it's not a lot, actually. It might actually only be like 4 of them. Maybe 5. I was going to say a good chunk of the yearbook committee are still in, I think. But then I started to look and I was like, they actually might be about halfway gone too. They've lost 3. They're still doing pretty good. We'll see how that goes though as we click the next round. 6 more to get lost. As freaking Sai gets house out of Pokeball, out comes Lucario, who's his Aura Sphere decimating Hajime. Tinko is tired of the others and turns heel. Something gets out of Jotaro snaps. Jotaro is now frenzied. A pile of flesh that used to be Komaru rots silently. Mahi uses the power of Pyro's light freaking Sayaka's campfire, giving them both warmth for the night. Kotoko is trapped and can't do anything. Nekamaru tries to keep on a brave face for everyone else's sake. Kizakura has been hot on Hina's trail for days now. Hina thought she's gotten away, but Kizakura rather has deduced her location to deliver the final blow. Gundam commands his rats to ambush and bite Mikan and freaking Sayaka. Hey, good job, you got our freaking Sayaka. I don't clap for this and don't celebrate it over the top too often anymore, but you know, it still warms my heart, especially when you do a Gundam. You are absolutely glorious, but don't tell anyone I said that. Or tell everybody, I don't really care. Hero is a sheep and bows softly. Chisa finds a climate change remote. I wonder what she'll use it for. She won't. Himiko eats the waffle. Himiko likes it. Ibuki found a table, and to protect Nekamaru, Sonya jumps Chisa and swiftly kills her. My gosh, she is a hero for a reason. We lost another 5. With those 5 gone, it's a Clair de Lune 4. Hajime, Hina, Mikan, freaking Sayaka, Chisa. We got 1 more into your saving grace picks. I do like to check on the yearbook committee, because they're kind of like the final boss in this. They're like, we selected all these superlatives, we made you! And everyone else is kind of fighting about them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 of the remaining 11. That's almost half the field. Will everyone else be able to work together and take out the yearbook committee? That's the story we're telling tonight. Or will the yearbook committee reign supreme? Will they truly be the best in the game? We're about to find out together. And as we do, we proceed. Shall we? We must. Next round sees Sonya lassos Ibuki and allowing Hiro to trample her repeatedly until she perishes. Jeez Louise. Mahi was feeling sorry for Kotoko, frees her from the trap. Gundam forgets to feed his rats and they turn on Gundam and killing him. Gosh darn it, Gundam. Kizakura gives Tinko a cowboy hat, immediately use her best ha. Nakamaru and Sonya jump from tree to tree. Hiro is a sheep and grazes peacefully in a fit of frenzy. However, Jotaro creeps up on Sonya, turns her inside out. Tinko finds Thursday's left shoe. Himiko finds a seemingly official decree from a powerful archon. Will she dare to hang it up? Kotoko finally checks on her demon summoning circle, and on the ground, she sees rising is a demon coming to help her out. Chiaki's corpse is festering silently. Mikan's back as a ghost, and Hifumi actually walks back, wanders back, and gets unlost, which means we were at 8, but we're back up to 9, and we also have a ghost in play, so anything could go down at this point. We could see some shenanigans unfurl, and as we see a Clair de Lune 4. Ibuki, Gundam, Sonya. We are actually in your final 9, and within your final 10, y'all know what it is. I don't need to elaborate, but if you had made some terrible picks, I'll do you a solid. How about you make some more? 1, 2, and 3, give them to me as you make your saving grace picks. It's time for those saving grace picks. You gotta pick first, second, and third, and let's talk about them. Not too many people are left, but as we go through them, I think it is now just 4 members. Yes, they are down to 4. 4 members of the yearbook committee. It's Mahiru, it's Nekomaru, it's Jotaro, and it's Kizukura. Will they be able to overcome? We will see. As we scroll down, we do have Tinko still in here, most likely to break a world record. Will she break the record of longest survivor in this game? Most likely to sleep all weekend are both surprisingly in. One of them is a sheep, but both of them are surprisingly in. Good for them. No, they didn't sleep in this game either. Worst at keeping secrets are both in, but one of them is a ghost, so not technically in. Fumi, worst at keeping secrets, and then pointing out over here is most likely to fight aliens and win. Kotoko survives after being trapped for a good chunk of the game, made it out and is not bleeding out, and that's the important part. Final 9. Who do you got? First, second, and third, make your picks. I'll make mine as well in the comments, and while you're doing that, make sure you hit the like button, because if you have not, I won't. I was gonna say I'll cry, but I won't. I really won't. But I'd like you to do it. That'd be pretty cool of you. It'd be pretty dope. But if you do, maybe I'll give you the secrets of the universe. I probably won't, but I'll give you the secrets of my picks in this episode. Give me... For first place, I got Mahiru. I think, in my head, Mahiru was going to win the entire time, so that's what I'm picking. And I'm going to say second and third is going to be Himiko and Hiro. I think they're finally going to turn the tides against the yearbook committee, but Mahiru will make a last stand, and she will be the last one standing. That being said, there's a ghost in play. Once there's one ghost in play, a bunch of shenanigans always seem to, like, exponentially happen as well, so we'll see how that all plays out. But it is your final 8. No, your final 9, with a ghost. All standing, with the same heart, determination, the same pulse as that of a samurai woman. Are you ready? Because if you're not, you better get ready. Break it down. Next round, we see. It will not be Mahiru. Whoops. Hifumi gently pats Hiro, who is a sheep. Mahiru and Jotaro sleep in their camps for the night. Tinko uses the power of pyro to set their camps ablaze, burning them both. Himiko ghost rides the bike. Ghost rides the bike? How'd she do that? I don't know, but she's a mage. What are you talking about? Of course, she ghost ride the bike. Ghost ride the bike. Hiro is a sheep and still boss softly. He has been a sheep for a long time, actually. Kizukura gives Hifumi a baseball cap. Hifumi pulls out the bat and says it's all about the Mets, baby. Mikan misses to be out of dinner. Nekomaru also finds a hat rack. Kotoko finds a little bikini. It's been very, like, attire theme today. We got a bunch of hats. We got some bikinis. It's crazy. Tinko attempts to kill Kizukura, but Nekomaru intervenes just in time. Nekomaru had to kill Tinko to protect Kizukura's life, because I think they are not the last 2. Are they the last 2? Yeah, they are the last. No, they're not the last 2. Yeah, they are. They're the last 2. I'm sorry. My brain's just going crazy a little bit. They're the last 2 in the yearbook committee. What are they gonna do? I forgot Jotaro also got out this round. However, that brings us down to your final 6. We have Tinko is dead, so we don't have her. We have Kizukura, we have Nekomaru, we have Kotoko, we have Hifumi, we have Himiko, and we have Hiro. Good final 6, but we'll see who comes out with the W after this terrible turnabout for. Mahiru, Jotaro, Tinko. Well, what can I say except we gotta keep on keeping on. It's your final 6. We're still technically in Samurai Woman era. So we have to see how it all plays out. Who will come out on top? Who will be the best in the game and earn that superlative? Next round sees. I don't think there's any team now that has more than one person. It is Mikan playing around with her incorporeal body, still failing to possess anybody. Fumi fails to grasp the gravity situation. Hiro is a sheep and doesn't do much. Kizukura gives Nekomaru a fedora. Nekomaru tips it and smiles. Oh boy. Himiko's bike, her bike brakes snap, and she goes riding high speed into a tree branch, killing her. Oh no. And Kotoko says, I'm not putting this bikini on. Filled with gravel, thwacks Kizakura across the head, killing him. Good luck solving that. For real, for real. And Nekomaru jumps higher than the tree line and sticks a landing. We are down to your final 4. Nekomaru, Kotoko, Hiro, Hifumi. 4 competitors, 1 victor, and it's a clear day terrible turnabout 4. Himiko, Kizakura. We know who's left. We'll see who wins. We have 1 ghost in play too, so it's still anything goes. I am, at the very least, excited to find out, so let's do that. Let's do just that. Let's find out. Because between Hifumi, there we go. Between Hifumi, between Hiro, between Nekomaru, and between Kotoko, one of them will go on, one of them will win this whole thing, but they're all caught in the same crises. Within your final 5, the very same crises of fate. Final 4, let's see it play out. Next round does it in next round. Oh boy, oh boy! Hifumi doesn't, or rather hopes to have to harm anybody. Kotoko still can't believe that she summoned a demon and now has it working with her. Hina's corpse is writhing with maggots and starts to move because Mikon possesses it, as Hiro is still a sheep and accidentally falls off of a cliff. We've lost 1, but we're still now at 4 because of Mikon's possession, and I would like to point out specifically, she brought back the Agents of Chaos. If any other shenanigans happen, like, oh, let's say one of the champions comes back as a ghost, one of the champions comes back as a zombie, one of the champions gets revived, terrible turnabout first of all 4. Mikon doing some possession. Hiro doing some grazing and falling and dying. We'll see how this plays out. Nekomaru feels horrible for failing his team, but I'll tell you what, he could still win this whole thing. Will he though? Still a crisis of fate, still your final 4. Let's see how this all plays out. Next round sees. Bong, 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 bong. Hifumi does finds a skateboard, time to do some cool moves, and Nekomaru finds a boombox, time to play some sick beats. Boombox is a revival item. It can be a revival item. It's very low odds, we've only seen it a handful of times, but it can play Rebel Heart. Hina's wearing some leather scraps, she's back as an Agent of Chaos, and Kotoko polishes her demon's horns. How wholesome. Next round, okay, it's over. Alright, well that would be the end. That is how this thing ends. So, hit it. It's all over. Hifumi said, let's get skating. Hina knocks out Nekomaru in a fistfight, puts a death collar on him. Nekomaru finds a massive sack of apples, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Kotoko flaunts the bikini filled with gravel as she's looking to swing it around and whack somebody with it. And Hifumi is like, he doesn't know how to use a skateboard, but he sees Kotoko swinging around a bikini full of gravel, and he says, hey, wait, maybe I could swing around this skateboard. And he does just that. Thwack to Nekomaru. Thwack, thwack to Kotoko. Thwack, thwack, thwack to Hina. And they're all caught in the wake of Hifumi's path of destruction. He goes swinging round and round like a record player. The cause of their demise. An object that Tony Hawk would call one of his favorites. This is the end of our game. And as we go on, we see our final terrible turnabout 4. Nekomaru, Kotoko, Hina. It was almost Hina's world, man. But instead, Hifumi said, skateboards rule. As we scroll down, it is the last of our moments. It is your winner. Being the worst at keeping secrets. He kind of played an underdog game the entire time, I'll tell you what, because I don't think, no, he did not. He didn't get a single kill before the very end, and at the end, he got 3. Found a skateboard and said, alright, let's do this. Swang it around, won the whole thing. Hifumi is the worst at keeping secrets, but the best at winning this game. And as such, that is our game. Congratulations to Hifumi. Wasn't a high-killing game. We had a couple people with 3, Tinko, Hifumi, Mahiru, and Nekamaru. A lot of people had 2. Mikan, Sonya, Rantaro, Kaito, Hajime, Gundam. Everyone else was 1 or less. First place, we saw Hifumi. Second place, Hina. Hina possessed by Mikan, technically. Third place, Kotoko. Fourth, Nekamaru. And that was our show tonight. Congratulations once again to Hifumi. Yeah. I would like to, I kind of want to do this again, but with different superlatives, and in fact, you guys voting on those superlatives, because I think that would be a lot of fun. It would be like, oh, you guys made this yearbook. That would be kind of neat. Regardless, that's all that I got, actually. Tomorrow is Trails. Tomorrow, Trails, and it's the end of Trails in the Sky the 3rd. This in fact, let me say it differently. It's the end of Trails in the Sky, the trilogy. Good job, Saturday. You made it. I've already watched it. I watched it before you guys. It's a good time. So if you ever wanted to like wait for the end and then binge all 3 of them, you could do just that. It is hours and hours of content. I digress though. Sunday, Sundavy will be back with some Friday, no, not Friday, literally Sunday, AWE Rebellion. Your kings and queens will be in action, and it'll be a good time in general. As we peek over to next Friday, we'll be back with the March 7th edition of AWE Friday Night Inferno. And apparently there's a new general manager, so get excited for that. But for right now, I'm taking off. I'm gonna go take a nap. Toodaloo, Black Crew. Thank you for watching.